everybody, today is Thursday, January the 15th, 3 days away from Toby's birthday. Tatum's not feeling the best. She's got kind of a head cold. We were up really late last night, especially intermittently as well. She's got a brownie out of the pantry. That's all she wanted. She's kind of been hanging out today, just kind of been around the house, kind of cleaning, organizing my pantry, getting my secondary pantry stocked, really thinking about starting to learn how to can stuff. Really entering my old lady era. I really love everything having an order and a piece and its place. I don't talk about a lot about watching Miss Lori, but just watching her can and make her own spices and stuff is like, oh, that's what I want so bad. But Talia and Thaxton are at school. They're having a wonderful day. A little cold out today. I think it's maybe going to be 50. It feels colder than that today. I think Tatum's just picking off all the little M&Ms off these brownies. But she was up late last night, and there's a cough medicine that we give her, and it's starting to become like, I don't know, every time we give it to her, she throws up. And I think it's like that Zarbee's organic. It's got a bunch of honey in it, and it's not like she's allergic to honey, but it's something in this medicine specifically. Every time we give it to her, within like 30 minutes, she throws up. And so she threw up all over the floor last night in the living room. Got to get it all cleaned up, and we were up late last night. Ickies. You got brownie on your hand? You can tell in her eyes are all puffy and she's tired and her eyes are red. I think we slept in till about maybe almost 9 this morning. I was gonna get up this morning and make breakfast for the kids. I didn't get a chance to do it. I was so tired this morning. So disappointed in that. I really wanted to make them like sausage biscuits. What you doing, baby? Oh, brownie on the door. Do you want to get a washcloth and get your hands all cleaned up? In just a sec. Alright, she's been napping for probably about 40 minutes or so on the couch. She just passed out here all by herself, like right as my husband came home for lunch. But I'm about to wake her up, and we are gonna go get brother and sister from school, and then come back here, and we're just gonna kind of like lay around. So I know she doesn't feel good, and we're really trying to get her over this sickness. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's chilly out here. Not sure about where y'all are, but Central Arkansas is cold today. But y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in just a few, okay? Bye-bye. I hate that Tatum doesn't feel good. I really do. But just in case for the road, I'm gonna make her a little bottle to go. Kind of top this back off. On the third row of our fridge, we have like all of our condiment stuff, and it's the first place that Tatum likes to go and get stuff, and she likes to rearrange, take stuff out, and put stuff back. It's like the cutest thing ever. Just gonna top her off with some milk. And I know she's almost 2 and she's still drinking out of bottles, but here's the thing, she'll drink out of a mason jar, she'll drink out of this bottle, she'll drink out of a big styrofoam cup with soda in it from like Sonic or whatever. I hate sippy cups. So just like when we're going somewhere, I'll give her a quick bottle because like that's what she's comfortable with. And she is fairly manageable with a mason jar, but here lately she's had a couple instances where when she's done, she'll just throw it and then it shatters everywhere. So just for safety, we don't try to give her those all the time. And like what I'll normally do sometimes, I'll give her like the little, maybe like an ounce or 2 of coffee. She loves coffee. Like I started drinking coffee when I was 3. My dad was a huge coffee drinker, and so I am too. But this morning she went to go tilt it, and she normally is really, really good, but she got a little bit more than she wanted to, like a little bit too fast. and she poured some of it all over herself. So she's kind of upset about that. Oh, it feels good on the hands. It feels really good. And like for me, I don't know about y'all, but when I get cold, it is so hard to warm up. Like it takes minutes for me to warm up. I'm gonna go wake her up, get her changed, and I'm gonna get in the car. I've got the heat running, so neither one of us will be freezing as we're going outside. Let's see, just a few. If this isn't everything right here, y'all, I don't know what is. She's still asleep on me. About to head outside into the car. All right, so we're in the car now. Tatum's back there in her seat. Ugh, poor baby. She doesn't feel good at all. I like my makeup. I actually look decent today. Yesterday I did not look good at all. Like you could tell I was tired. Like I was exhausted. Today, not too bad. I think white's my color. I've got hair. I just read a snippet saying that Nicolas Cage was in Central Arkansas filming down by Pinnacle Mountain. That's kind of cool. I've heard he had a baby not too long ago. Hope they're doing wonderful. I am so looking forward to springtime, y'all. Not a cold weather person. You know, when you can actually get out and like the mornings are still a little bit cool, but like the afternoons, you're comfortable, you can stay outside for a while, like that's what I live for. But also here in like Central Arkansas, it gets really muggy during the summer. Like it's that like really dense heat. Like if you're from here, like you just totally know. It's not like an unreal type of heat. Like I don't have family that live out in Arizona, part of my mom's side of the family, and I heard their heat is more like a dry heat. There we go. Got a telephone pole worker person over here working on something. Hope he's doing well. I always wish the best for everybody throughout the day. I really do. Because I know what it's like to have just a really awful day. Like you can't pull yourself out of it. Like depression really gets a hold of you sometimes, and just I know how it is. That's why I try to be the biggest cheerleader. I think I've got like a Robin Williams personality. I'm always trying to make someone laugh and have a good time, and you can be having a terrible day yourself, but just making someone else laugh is like, that just soothes your soul. Yeah, one more car coming. And since we've got a lot of people that could have moved to this area, traffic always picks up. There's always someone coming around one of these corners, and there's a sharp corner out by my road, so whoopsies. Making sure, you know, there's always sometimes a surprise car that pops up around the corner. I mean, I'm pretty close to everything. Like we live about 1.9 miles from the interstate. Like I can be there super quick. Harps is right up the road from us, which is awesome in a pinch. Kind of live right in between Benton and Bryant, like right there on the border. It's just about 3 o'clock. Normally I don't get to the school quite this late, but sometimes when Tatum's not feeling good, she's really fussy and fidgety. There we go. Just pulling on in here, seeing where we're at. Okay, not too bad in line, not too bad at all. Whew. And I hope, I've got the heat on because I'm freezing, so I really hope y'all can hear me pretty well, okay? There we go. Woo. Perfect, perfect, perfect. hope everyone's doing good today. I'm really like, I've got an idea, y'all, that like I'm really wanting to. I've been looking online and I really need to stay off. I need to stay offline. But I've got so many really cute ideas for a garden. Like, I want to get a bunch of like raised beds, put a bunch of gravel in my backyard, and then do like the raised beds, and then fence off half my yard from like the back of the house over to the other side of the fence. Because I've got a huge backyard for like a corner lot, which is weird. And I want to get a bunch of raised beds. Eventually I want to get like a really cute she shed slash like, oh, I forget the word escapes me right now. I hate this. Not a gazebo, greenhouse, there we go. Sometimes if I don't, like, if I'm not looking at it all the time, I can't think of it. But yeah, I've seen some really cute ones that look like all barn shed, like, oh, so cute. Like, that's my inspo. Toby hates it, because he knows as soon as I'm thinking about something. Oh, I don't know if y'all know, but usually Toby has figured this out. By the time I bring something to his attention, or I mention it once or twice, usually something is already in the works. He knows something's coming. You know, that's just how I am. And it's not so much like the adult ADHD, but it's like, I remember even being 5 years old, like 5 or 6, I know my mom would always tell me, like, say I would see like a really cute toy out the store. I always be like, I want that toy, I really want that toy. My mom would always be like, later, we're gonna get it later, we're gonna get it later. And then later would come and it would never be there. And I'm like, see, I told you so. And that's why now, when I get an idea in my head, it's like I have to jump on it. Like, I don't want to wait till later, because what if that item is not there later? What if there is not a later? I don't know. That's just how I am, though. No. But I know this whole area has just exploded. Like, we moved to Central Arkansas in, I think, like 2010 or so. No. We moved to Central Arkansas January of 2007 to get a better job, make more money. We ended up having Thaxton in 2010. We were featured in a commercial because, I mean, I can't say like too much, but like they essentially did not catch his heart rate slipping, and his heart rate was slipping for a good number of minutes, and I was a code blue C-section. And I was numb, but I wasn't like numb, and I want to say maybe I felt more than I should have. I don't know. It was rough, but he went into shock basically because of the Pitocin. He flipped himself around, he wrapped himself in his cord twice, choked himself, cut off his oxygen supply. The only oxygen supply he was getting was from me, and that was like just barely. It was rough, and so it was a code blue C-section, and they had mentioned that they saw his heart rate slipping for like a number of minutes, and I was like, okay, this was preventable, and so they knew something was coming. And I guess to heat off anything, they let us film a commercial, which was awesome. I mean, I'm very thankful for that, because that will always be a core memory of ours. But, you know, shortly before he was born, actually, we bought a house. Our wonderful neighbors helped us move in. It was Toby and my dad. Of course, my dad, it was older, of course, so he had a hard time helping. And I think my brother was there too. Pretty sure my brother was there. But my neighbor saw and we were kind of struggling. I couldn't lift hardly anything, so my neighbors jumped in, was like, I've got you. We're gonna help you move in. Started unloading our U-Haul and took everything. They're like, hey, what do you want it? Just tell us what room. I've got you. I'm like, this is wonderful. Like, I've never had people like this before. Like, one of the best feelings I could have ever had. And still to this day, we have just the most amazing neighbors. It looks like our line's about to start moving. And then I'll go get Buddy. And I'm sure he's like, why are you late? It's cold out here. Because they pretty much, at the junior high, they let like all the kids out at once. And he can kind of like fall behind at the library. Like, he can stay inside for a few minutes, but they kick most of the kids outside. Essentially right as soon as like the last bell rings. They want everyone standing outside in front of the school. But what I will do for now, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. Kind of sit here with Tatum. The line's about to start moving, and I'll pick back up as soon as Tolly is in the car.
I know.
All right, Tolly is in the car. Oh, miss this little girl. All right, sis, how was school today?
Mouth blushing a lot.
Why? What happened? How you feeling?
Good.
Ready to go get brother?
Yep.
Yep.
You shall know, huss.
Sister's back there too.
She never shall pass too.
I don't think she feels good. Today's been a rough day.
Wait, so she does not have a nose sick. Okay.
What?
Maybe she has a different way sick. Not nose sick.
I think it's just from the weather going cattywampus. What y'all have for lunch today?
Biscuits with chicken and chicken with macaroni in it.
Oh, yum, yum, yum. What y'all learn at school today?
A lot of stuff that I forget every single day.
Yeah, that's true too. What was your favorite part of the day?
Learning about Earth, Neptune, Moon, you know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the best part, because you know what?
Why?
10:40, almost lunch.
True.
And if you want to be in 3rd grade, it's boosted. Should go to Salem Elementary. It's boosted. If you're in 3rd grade, you get the earliest lunch ever with the kindergartners. And your moms and dads can come eat with you. Did you know that? Mama, are you going to give me Chick-fil-A tomorrow?
I might get you Chick-fil-A tomorrow.
I just drop it off here. Remember that last time?
I know. Alright, so I guess we will pick up when we are on our way to get Buddy. See y'all shortly. I'm just sitting here taking the back way to go get Buddy. Just sitting here watching this train go by. I'm actually surprised it's moving this fast this time. Sometimes we're here for a little while and we have to turn around and go the other way. And sometimes it's nice just to sit and have a quiet moment and take in the scenery of life, if you know what I'm saying. Hopefully it won't take too much longer. God is good, isn't he? God is good all the time. Waiting for the rails to go up there. There we go. Alright, y'all, let's head on our way.
Alrighty, guys. This is Tolly Anthony. We're going to my brother's school and get him How's this day? And I'm a blonde hair girl. So I hope you bless us and we bless you. So let's see what this man wants to tell us. How's the day?
There's Buddy. Alright, Bud. Alright, just got Bud. We're sitting at the stoplight, waiting for it to turn green. How was your day, Bud? What all did y'all do?
Not much.
What all did you have for lunch?
Rice and chicken.
Fries and chicken?
Rice and chicken.
Rice and chicken? Doesn't sound too bad. Really careful here through the intersection. Are you feeling anything for dinner?
No.
Do you have any homework today?
Yep.
What do you have to do?
It's not my teacher. It's not my teacher's room.
Oh. Do you have to go get it?
Nope. I'm finished my homework from yesterday though.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Every bit that you can get done early helps out tremendously. Do you want to go to Harps and get some stuff to make dinner?
Sure.
And get something?
No, no candy today.
I'm gonna be the one.
Oreos?
Do what, Bud?
I'm gonna be the one going inside the store.
Yes, please.
Mom,
Yeah?
can you get us Oreos?
No Oreos today. I'm thinking about maybe something for your dad's birthday or something. Making like a cheesecake or... Uh-huh. Well, thank y'all for being with us. I will see y'all in just a little bit. We're gonna stop at Harps and get some stuff for dinner, and then we'll pick back up.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Tatum. Oh, baby, you don't feel good, do you? Now you look sleepy and sickly and tired. Once we're done shopping, we'll go home and we'll get you to take a nap, okay? Sorry you don't feel good. There's some stuff made for dinner and then we'll head home, okay? I love you. You're not hot. You can tell you don't feel good. I love you. Poor baby. Alright y'all, so we are home and I've started the process of getting dinner together. First, we have started on making the homemade dinner rolls. I am proofing my yeast at the moment, which all that basically means is taking 1 cup of water, mixing it with 2 yeast packets, and I've got a 1/4 cup of sugar in there, mixed with a 1/3 cup of oil, vegetable oil, just like this. And in case you don't have a 1/3 cup, it's 5.33 tablespoons. So I've got that proofing. I'm gonna let that proof for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to sip the flour, mix that all together, mix in an egg that I'm going to, hey buddy, and I'm going to mix that in with an egg that I'm going to beat, and then we're going to form that into dough balls, and then probably let those rise for about 30 minutes. So as soon as the yeast is done proofing, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get to making our dinner rolls. Just a minute. All right, now when it comes to making dinner rolls, one thing that you always want to do is fluff your flour and sift it, because this helps to aerate it and it gives you a true measurement as to how much flour you're working with. So I always used to just dip this in there, put it in the bowl, dip this in there, put it in the bowl, until Miss Lori, a whippoorwill holler, love her to pieces, told me the best thing to do is to always fluff your flour, so that way you kind of aerate it. Now when you know your true volume, and use a sifter. I got my sifter sitting over a bowl, so I'm just gonna take this right here, kind of move it around. I just dumped this in there because it's a brand new bag I got today. But I'm going to put it in my 1 cup measuring cup, and for these dinner rolls, it's between 3 to 4 cups. And when I say between 3 to 4 cups for the dinner rolls, that just means that depending on how tacky it is when you're making your dough and the humidity in your house, you'll be able to tell when it's just at that right moment. And the more you make dinner rolls at your house, the more you'll kind of get your balance on it. And what you do is see how this is overflowing. I just got all my recipe cards here, and I just level it out. So that's one. It's gonna be so good, y'all. They got annihilated yesterday when I made these. And I'm purposefully overfilling this. Two. My stove is about to go off, so I'll have to jump and get that in just a sec. I've got my heat kicked up in the house too. I was cold, I could not stay warm. All right, perfect. And that's 3. We're gonna start with 3 and then sift this and then see as we move how it's going to look. So start 2 and I'm just sifting it here into the bowl. Take a quick second, turn the stove off. And I've had my yeast cultivating for about 15 minutes. So that just means that I'm gonna move this out of the way really quick so I can show y'all how I'm sifting this. So my little sifter here is full, so I'm just gonna sift some of this through. It just helps to aerate it and get all the lumps and bumps out. Gives you a really nice, even dinner roll. Because I've learned over the years, baking and making pastry items, when you're using flour, it honestly does help to help aerate the dough and give a nice fluffy texture, and that's what you want. 3 cups right there, and as you're kneading it, because I don't have my stand mixer, so I'm gonna knead it by hand for 10 minutes. What I'm gonna do is I put flour on my hands to keep all of it sticking to me, and that also helps to increase some of the volume as well. Perfect. Got little bits of goodness in the flour there. Let me show you my yeast really quick. It has bloomed, as they say. Put this over here. Got a nice poofy top to it. And all I did is I had it sitting in my microwave with the door open so the light would be on, and it got that little bit of heat. See how it's nice and poofy? Got a nice head on it right there. That's what you want. All right, so this is 2 packets of yeast. I've got 5.33 tablespoons of vegetable oil and a 1/4 cup of sugar in here, and that's what you want. I just set it in the microwave for about 15 minutes, let it kind of proof a little bit and poof up. Now I'm gonna add it to my 3 cups of flour, and I'm gonna get 1 egg, and I have fresh chicken eggs. It's wonderful. Let's take a look. I've got one of my vintage bowls right here. It's got USA on the bottom. So cute, I love these. Let's see. So I'll go with an Americana egg. Look at this. It's like a cute little bluish, greenish, so adorable. A little bit on the smaller side, but it's about half the size of my palm. And I always crack 1 egg at a time in a bowl by itself and then transfer it to whatever I'm making, because the phrase whoever's last is a rotten egg. Until you've cracked open a rotten egg, you won't know what that experience is like. That's a smell you don't want to know. But those of you who raise chickens, you know what a rotten egg smells like. Sometimes other chicken, like they've henpecked it, maybe it's rolled around and got a little bit of like a dent in it. Once y'all crack open a rotten egg, I mean, it's immediately to the shower you go. You're trying not to throw up. It's a whole thing. All right, let's get this added in. There we go. Perfect. even on my busiest days, I've learned I've got to slow down and take time, because the more that I slow down and I take my time, the better things come out. Let me see. There we are. Now I need to add a tablespoon of butter that's been softened and a teaspoon of salt. Beautiful. All right. Himalayan pink salt. It's what's best. And Redmond's real salt. Perfect. And add the amount of salt that you're gonna want for your dinner rolls. I just do like maybe about a teaspoon. Now, pink salt's a little bit stronger, so I just tend to add by visual how much I feel like it's gonna taste. All right, and a tablespoon of softened butter. Yes, I'm gonna use my other vintage bowl. Oh, I cannot wait till I get this vintage fridge, y'all. It's gonna be so adorable. And I have some butter that I made the other day, and I really need to use that. But I have some that I melted from dinner last night, and I melted it a bit too much. Just gonna put this in here. How's your day going? Oh. You know, with winter time, y'all, with it getting dark early, makes me so sleepy. Like, I live on coffee. About 3 more seconds. And I don't want to pop in the microwave. I want it to just like kind of melt. Perfect. This is gonna be so good. And I haven't done it in a long time, but instead of using a 1/4 cup of sugar, when you're proofing your yeast, you can actually use honey as well, and that gives it an amazing flavor. A sweet, buttery flavor. Oh, it's so good. But to each his own. Miss Tatum's coming to say hi. Aww. So I may have to take a quick break and let this kind of stir. I may even just like proof this in the bowl. Let y'all see her really quick. She does not feel good today. Look at her. She's so cute. All right, I'm gonna spend some time with her, get this going, and I'll bring y'all back when everything's together. Bye. All right, I just wanna show y'all something really quick while I got Miss Tatum here. I've got just 3 cups of flour in here. I've everything mixed together, and you see how shaggy this looks and how wet the dough still looks? That lets you know that it's time to add some more flour. So that's when they say 3 to 4 cups of flour. That's so you know right there. So I'm just gonna add in another 1/2 cup. Let's go about a 1/2 cup in our sifter and see how it looks. Oh, she's trying to help. All right, so I added about a 1/2 cup, and you can tell it's got like these flaky layers, almost like the flaky layer biscuits. That's how you know as soon as you go to knead this, you're right where you need to be. So I'm gonna knead this for 10 minutes by hand, and then we're gonna separate this into, I may do bigger rolls today, about at least 8 to 10 rolls. And we will come back. I've got Miss Tatum on here on the counter. I'm trying all these little wee bits. But I've got her on the counter, so I just wanna make sure she's gonna be okay as well. I'm just gonna knead this by hand for about 10 minutes. And we'll come back and I'll show you exactly how it looks. Check in a sec. All right, y'all, so we have been kneading this dough for actually for 10 minutes. And you can see how just smooth and glossy this is, and it's not even sticking to my hands. That's what you want right there. That's how you know it's good to go, and you're able to tear this up and to put this into little mini rolls. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We've got everything done. We've been kneading this for 10 minutes. It has the perfect texture that you want right there. And so I think I'm gonna do a little bit larger rolls today. I'm just gonna pinch some off. You're gonna make these into little rolls. You're just gonna keep kneading them until they have a nice smooth texture. I like it to where it has no lines or wrinkles. Just like this. There's one. Let's see how many this makes tonight. Hope y'all are doing good this evening. I know a lot of y'all are probably on your way home from work or at home from work. And I know some days are harder than others. Wonderful. And I wish y'all I had someone to teach me how to do this, but that's why I'm so thankful for the older generation I get to watch and learn from. It truly is a blessing. Hi, Tatum. You want uppies? You want to help me make dinner rolls? Oh, okay. Take a quick break, y'all. Make her feel better, and I'll come right back. Alright, y'all, check these out. I just got done kneading all the dough. I divided them out into little dinner rolls, and they look amazing. They look amazing. I'm gonna put these in the oven with the oven off with the light on in the oven for about 10 minutes. Let them proof. Now you can let them proof for up to 30 minutes, depending on how much time you have. But I didn't put them within any kind of form. I just kind of put them down as I went. But I'm gonna let them proof for 10 minutes, and I'll let you see how they look. And then I'll put my oven on at 400 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll get started on dinner, chicken dinner. Just kidding, it's meatloaf today. All right, so we're here in the kitchen with Miss Tatum. I've had the dinner rolls proofing for about 10 minutes, and they have doubled, if not tripled in size. Look at these, they are huge. So now what we need to do now is we're gonna take our little baster, and we are going to baste them just on the top with some cold milk. And as they cook, that is going to allow them to brown so nicely, y'all. I've got about a 1/4 cup of milk in here, and I'm just gonna baste the top of the dinner rolls. That's right. And you would almost think that this would make your dinner rolls soggy. I can promise you it doesn't. It just gives them a nice golden texture on the top. Really? You're being so cute for the camera. Uh-huh. Are you telling them about your day?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just gonna dump this out really quick. And let y'all see how this looks. And just makes the top of them look kind of shiny. And I know y'all are gonna wonder if that makes them soggy. I can promise you it doesn't. It's gonna be perfect. Just a sec, baby girl. And then we're gonna start our meatloaf. Hold on right there. I'm gonna pick you right up, okay? And y'all, I'm just going to start this off at about 10 minutes. That way they don't brown, they don't, burn. Because sometimes on dinner rolls or on anything that like dessert or bready, the bottoms can get a little bit brown and burn. So we're just gonna do this. 10 minutes is perfect. So I've got the oven set for 10 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll see how it goes. Love you. Bye, everybody. All right, y'all, so we got the dinner rolls in the oven cooking, and while they're baking, I am going to go ahead and get started on the meatloaf for tonight. This is the other half of the onion that I had left over from yesterday's pork chops. I've got 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm just gonna add this half onion. And I've got 2 farm fresh eggs. Get a little bowl here. And like I said, I always crack one at a time because you never know. You don't want to add all of your eggs into your mixture, get everything ready to go, and then you find out you've got a bad egg. And that would definitely ruin your whole dinner. There's Miss Tatum. Hold on just a second, baby. Alright, so I went ahead and I transferred everything to a bigger bowl because it was kind of filling up. But I also have some minced garlic here that I'm going to add in. I would say about a full tablespoon. There's not much in here. I just want to get all this used up. And we'll add some amazing flavor to our meatloaf. Perfect. That's what you're looking for right there. And I've got some onion powder, and I think I'm going to add about a teaspoon of each. And this is totally preferential, so like whatever y'all want to add, and this is your taste. So if you like a lot of onion, add in some onion. If not, totally up to you. Teaspoon of onion powder. Let's see, about a teaspoon of black pepper, and I found it. There we go. And even though I've added minced garlic, I'm still going to add some garlic powder as well. A teaspoon of garlic powder. Some Italian seasoning. This stuff makes the dish amazing. Let's check our dinner rolls. Oh, y'all, these look so good. Look at that. I'd want to dive into these later for sure. Ooh, let these cool down. Oh. All right, Italian seasoning. Feel free to sprinkle just a little bit or a lot, up to you. Oh. I'd say easily a full tablespoon there. Alright. We're gonna turn back time with some thyme. Definitely cannot go wrong with this. I love a little bit of thyme in most of my dishes. It's gonna be 1 full teaspoon. Dill. What's dill in here? Inside joke. Alrighty, and now I have some sugar-free ketchup. I'm trying to stick to as keto as possible, but we'll see. Get this opened up. I'm only gonna add a little bit of this in there. There we go. Oh, this smells and tastes amazing, y'all. I'm gonna do about a 1/4 cup of that in there. And there's something about a nice sweet ketchup on top of your meatloaf. It just makes the whole entire dish. So I'm gonna get a 9 by 13 really quick. 9 by 13 dish. Now I'm going to squeeze everything together in my hands, then we're going to put it in the dish and cook for about 35-40 minutes. Perfect. And you may be wondering why I'm not adding in any breading or anything like that. I'm trying to stick to as keto as possible. Some days it's hard, y'all. I'm really trying to be good. I would love to get some actual beef from a butcher locally, but it can be kind of pricey, but I really do like doing that too. We have a little mom and pop shop down the street, and they supply some of the best beef around here. All right, this is pretty well incorporated. I'm gonna start adding this to my dish. This is already making me hungry, y'all. This plus the dinner rolls. Whew. All right. Get all this spread out nice and evenly. That way it bakes just like we need it to. Got a little remnants in here. Beautiful. Wash my little handy panties really quick. All right. And you know, I try to be so thankful. Y'all, some of those people that are doing without tonight, and there's people that don't get to, you know, even get together and make meals like this as a family. They, you know, don't have family close, and or they may not get to really sit down around the table. And that's why I love to have y'all here. Like, even though we're all out together, we're together. So we've got the meatloaf all pressed together. Now we're gonna go back and we're going to add some of the sugar-free ketchup. And we're just gonna spread all that out nice and evenly. There we go. Get a spoon. All right, so I was able to get the spoon, got some ketchup spread over it, about half a cup, 3/4 of a cup worth of sugar-free ketchup. Now I'm gonna pop this into the oven at 400 degrees for about 35-40 minutes, and we'll check it out. And we're all gonna sit down together and have a wonderful, wonderful dinner. Be right back, y'all. All right, y'all, dinner is done. This looks amazing. Look at that. We have Miss Tatum right here. Talia and Thaxton, we've had a wonderful evening. Now it's time to say the prayer. If everybody will join hands. Hold my hand. Y'all two join hands. All right. So, go ahead and say your
Hands, eyes closed.
wonderful. All right, close your eyes. Close your eyes. God, thank you so much for gathering us together on this Thursday evening. Please watch out over Toby as he's out working late tonight. Please watch over Miss Tatum as she's sick and she's got a head cold. And God, please watch out over everybody that doesn't have a family to have dinner with tonight, and help heal the hearts, Lord, and send someone into their lives to fill that space and give them hope and joy, Lord. Also, I pray that Toby can eventually get baptized and make a wonderful presentation for the kids and show them his faith and love in you, Lord. Thank you for allowing him to come into our lives and be a wonderful leader and a great father to these children. Please let us have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend, and let Toby have a wonderful 46th birthday. It is in your name we pray, Jesus. Amen.
46.
Yep, Dad's me 46.
You want to be recorded than me?
Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.